The night sky was a canvas of violet and deep indigo, streaked with the glow of 1,000 distant stars. On the remote plains of Nevada, far from the nearest town, a lone figure trudged through the sparse underbrush. Jake Mercer, a former military engineer turned thrill-seeker, had always been fascinated by UFO reports, alien conspiracies, and stories of unexplainable encounters. Tonight he wasn't just curious, he was determined. "Just a little further," he muttered to himself, squinting at the faint shimmer on the horizon. The air carried an electric charge, unusual for this time of year. A low hum reverberated underfoot, subtle yet insistent, like the beat of some colossal, unseen heart. Jake froze. Ahead, a shimmering outline hovered a few meters above the ground. It was oval-shaped, pulsating with soft blue light, and as it rotated, he could see faint geometric patterns etched across its surface. His pulse quickened. This is real," he whispered. From the craft emerged a figure, not tall, but impossibly symmetrical, with elongated limbs and a head that tilted at an unnatural angle. Its eyes luminescent and impossibly deep, fixed on Jake. It was humanoid in shape, but every inch of it screamed otherworldly. "You are Jake Mercer?" the being asked, its voice a melodic hum that seemed to vibrate directly in his chest. "Yes, that's me," Jake said, though his voice quivered slightly. "And you are?" "I am Zirin. And I bet," it paused, tilting its head with a curiosity that was almost playful, "that you are a coward. That you will fail before the night is over." Jake blinked. "A coward?" Zirin's form shimmered as if amused. "Yes, it is a game of courage, a test. If you succeed, you will witness wonders few humans have seen. If you fail, well, then your fear will confirm my hypothesis." Jake swallowed hard. He had never believed in aliens in the concrete way he did now, but some instinct in him, a stubborn, reckless streak, refused to step back. "All right," he said, voice firming. "What's the test?" The alien's eyes glowed brighter. "Follow me." The craft descended silently, and Jake found himself pulled toward a narrow canyon. The walls glowed faintly with an unearthly phosphorescence, illuminating strange carvings that looked older than any human civilization. Zirin floated ahead, leaving Jake to scramble after it, heart hammering. "The test," Zirin said without looking back, "is not of strength nor of intellect. It is of fear." Jake frowned. "Fear of what?" "Of the unknown," the alien replied simply. "You will see. Each obstacle will reveal the truth about your courage. Step forward or retreat and confirm my wager." The first challenge presented itself in the form of a narrow, suspended bridge, barely wide enough for a human foot. Beneath it yawned a chasm that seemed to fall endlessly into darkness. The air shimmered with a strange energy, and Jake felt vertigo grip him. He hesitated. "Step carefully," Zirin said, hovering at the far side. Its voice was calm but insistent, almost teasing. Jake inhaled, gripping the ropes, and began his slow crossing. The bridge swayed beneath him, each plank creaking ominously. Halfway across he froze, peering into the abyss. A whispering sound filled his ears, indistinct voices that seemed to echo every insecurity he had ever felt. "You're not brave. You'll fall." A flash of Ziren's luminescent eyes at the other end snapped him out of it. Swallowing his fear, he forced himself forward, one step, then another, until he finally reached solid ground. The alien's expression, if it could be called that, shifted. Impressive. You did not retreat. Jake wiped sweat from his brow. What's next? The cavern of reflection, Ziren said. The alien glided forward, and Jake followed, muscles tense. They entered a space that twisted light and shadow into impossible shapes. Reflections of himself, tall, short, smiling, crying, danced across the walls. Some looked heroic, others weak and cowardly. Jake froze. What am I supposed to do? Confront yourself, Ziren said. Your fears, your regrets. Only then can you continue. Images shifted, showing moments from his life. The time he hesitated when a child fell into a river, the argument he avoided with his brother, the projects he abandoned because of fear. Jake's chest tightened. Guilt, shame, and terror swirled inside him. I can't. He began, voice trembling. Then you lose, Ziren said calmly. But the wager, your courage, is not yet exhausted. Jake closed his eyes, gripping his fists. He took a deep breath, confronting every failure, every regret, and admitted them aloud. His voice echoing through the cavern. I was afraid. Failed before. But I won't run this time. Light surged, and the reflections shattered. The path forward opened, glowing softly, a trail of luminescent stones. Ziren hovered beside him, silent now, as if impressed by his resolve. The final test was waiting outside. The desert stretched before him, but it was no longer the familiar night landscape. Stars twisted into spirals, the ground seemed to breathe, and strange silhouettes moved in the distance. The ultimate fear, Ziren said. You must walk into the unknown alone. Jake felt the weight of terror pressing down, but he stepped forward. Shadows shifted into creatures that resembled his deepest nightmares, yet they vanished when he faced them directly. His heart pounded, but with each step, confidence replaced fear. By the time he reached the glowing light at the edge of the desert, he was trembling from adrenaline, but triumphant. Ziren was waiting, hovering silently. You faced every fear, the alien said, voice calm yet tinged with amazement. Humans are unpredictable. You are brave, Jake Mercer. Far braver than I anticipated. Jake laughed, a mixture of relief and disbelief. Oh, I won. Ziren tilted its head, the luminescent eyes twinkling like distant galaxies. Yes, you won. And because of your courage, you may witness the wonders I promised. With a wave of its elongated hand, the alien revealed the sky above, swirling auroras in impossible colors, floating crystalline structures, and ships that defied physics, gliding silently among the stars. Jake's jaw dropped. Every conspiracy, every story he had ever heard paled in comparison. Imagine my face when I saw you step forward, Ziren said softly, almost amused. I doubted you. And yet, you have proven the impossible is possible. Jake swallowed, gazing at the celestial spectacle. I can't believe this. All this, it's real. Reality, Ziren said, is shaped by perception. Courage allows you to see beyond fear, beyond limits. You have earned this vision. For a long moment, Jake stood in awe, breathing in the otherworldly beauty. He realized that the fear he had fought, the doubts he had confronted, were nothing compared to the limitless universe now unfolding before him. Finally, Ziren's form shimmered, preparing to return to its craft. Remember this night, human. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the choice to move forward despite it. Jake nodded, the lesson etched deep in his soul. I'll remember. Thank you for everything. As the alien ascended into the night sky, disappearing among the stars, Jake turned to the horizon, feeling a newfound strength coursing through him. He had faced the unknown, survived it, and discovered the extraordinary. For the first time, he realized that bravery wasn't a gamble. It was a way of life.